Hey guys, let's continue with the topic of demand for innovation in China. I remember I said that six drivers, and then we talk about the one driver from the top, which means the government and the state, right? They are the biggest, one of the biggest promoter for innovations, right? And then we talk about another one from external, from outside the international exposures. We talk about the three things. Number one is uh, reform and opening up, and then the supply chain, global supply chain outsourcing, looking for lower cost of production. Those one thing that's the initial exposure, and then we followed by two things. One is that the monopoly prices for a lot of the product good that China cannot make. And then the third one is that the export control. So let's talk about the last one. This one is from bottom up. Um, it's something that I call, I guess in Chinese culture, there's a lot of negativities here. When in the U.S., people tend to be positive. At least they're trying to be polite, right? They won't say you, hey, you lousy guy, you are very stupid and stuff. Those kind of negativity is rare. I mean, sometimes you do see bullies, right? But most of the time, people try to encourage you. They look at your positive side, they look at your strengths, and then they praise you for that. But in China, that's not. That's actually opposite. Negativity is everywhere, especially between parent and siblings, their offsprings. A lot of negativities. They try to scold the kids, say, "Hey, you're so bad. Look at that guy, the one next door. He's like always get a straight A's. You gotta C and B. You have the face to come to see me. No way. So that kind of thing. So starting from parent and to the children, and then because of that, children compete. Um, on the grades, on the school performance, those kind of things. So that means that there's a pressure for everybody trying to climbing up in a social prestige. Remember that I said that the negativity, the result is that everybody is afraid of being lagging behind. Everybody is afraid of losing faces. Say, hey, I'm not one following the latest trend, following what is in, what is hot, and so that way, in a way, in a strange way, the negativities, the fears, actually promoted the demand for innovation. Why? Because unlike the U.S., we have some Americans they don't give a damn, they don't give a shit. They think that everything is fake. Even the um, some scientific conclusions that they don't pay attention to. So those kind of people, they are left behind. They don't want to be part of the uh, scientific movement. If anything, they will be involuntarily participated. They will benefit when they see the science benefit and the technology benefit. They make benefited, and then they started to participation. But in China, the things works out differently because of the feel. That's a kind of a negativity because of a losing face, and then make people are more sensitive to the latest trend. Okay, so that's one thing that you kind of you don't expect that something happen that way, but in reality, that's it. So we even people in the countryside, even people living in the county cities, and they still want to their either their kids or they themselves try to be catching up. So that is a big thing. And one is the intro generations, another is the inter generations, meaning that even today. if the parents did not have a chance to go to college, they would try very hard to know to let their kids to make their kids to be kind of college educated, So it's kind of like a symbol of status, a symbol of prestige. So that's one thing that you have to be insiders of the Chinese culture, and also better yet, you have to be outside inside of the American culture. Then you can see the difference. You can see that how something unexpectedly would increase, would create the social pressure. So everybody is trying to be uh, promoter of innovations. If there is a latest innovation, everybody trying to say, they're in it, they're for it. Nobody wants to be lagging behind. That created very kind of like invisible but a real pressure for the demand for innovation. Let's stop here.